Greetings, and salutations, beautiful people in the beautiful world. It is me, he is I am him, Zach Latimer, Z-Lat, and welcome back to another segment of Right and Exact. Shouts out to a new nation, and a shout out to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. You could be doing anything on this beautiful, somewhat of an overcast day, but you are here with me, and I do appreciate that. Today, what I want to talk about and build on is response ability. Respond and ability. Do you have the ability to respond? See, anybody can respond, but the key and operative word being ability. Okay. Now, this may take more of a direction for the fellas, but ladies, I think you'll be able to grab something of nutritional value from this as well. So, if we look at this, just look at this in the simple sense of one going to acquire a certain occupation, there are certain skill set that one would need. So if one wanted to become a lifeguard, let's say, for instance, they would need to know probably how to swim, right? They would need to be CPR certified. They would need to know how to deal with people who are fighting for their lives in the water when they're kicking and thrashing and just simply trying to push down other people just so they can breathe. You would need to know how to deal with this when you swim upon them. So when one goes to acquire these certain skills for this job, if you don't already know them, you would need to go out and get them. All right. Now, what happens is, when one needs to go out and get these certain skills and acquire these certain skills, it may be a bit difficult. It may not be the easiest process. And this is what happens when it starts to trip some people up, is that when it's not the easiest to acquire, well, then now you start to make excuses. Or do you start to make excuses and say, well, this is why I can't do it, and this is why it's hard, and this is why it may be too much? Or do you just figure out a way to get it done? Anybody can sit there and tell you why it can't done, and that's why they say if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Well, if we take this into a carryover and we look at this in a different situation as in the relationship field, Chief has said this once, he has said this 1,000 times, that women are problem reporters, men are problem solvers. Again, I'm going to say this again. Women are problem reporters, men are problem solvers. So when a call is put out, just like a call would be put out if you was a lifeguard saying that somebody was in a dire situation and needed help, do you have the ability to respond? So when your lady puts out a call and saying that this is the situation and this is what's going on and this is what needs to be taken care of, do you respond with the ability to get it done, or do you respond with more problems of your own? Do you respond with situations of why you can't handle the problem? Do you respond with saying, oh, well, I didn't have this sort of upbringing, I didn't have this, I didn't have that? Do you start to say this because at some point in time your lady is going to keep putting out a call, somebody is going to respond to her, and it may not be in your cultural best interest, or it may not just be in your best interest, period. And now you can't get mad at anybody but yourself if you're not the one to respond. Okay, so when we just start to even to build on this, you got to start to look on the circle and the company that you keep. You got to start looking at your friends. They say, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. If you hang around with 5 losers, if you hang around with 5 idiots, you are going to be the 6th. Hands down, there's no getting around it. You can try to say, oh, no, man, I just hang around with them because they're cool and I like to turn. Nuh-uh, they're showing you who you are. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. So if they're not going anywhere, then you're not going anywhere. So you got to start looking at the company you keep. And if they're not doing anything, you might have to start rearranging some pieces of the puzzle so you can get to where you need to get to. You also have to start putting your ego to the side. You may not have all the answers, and nobody does have all the answers, but this is why men might build with men. So therefore you can ask some questions so you can get the necessary tools so you can go back and fix some of these issues that one may have. All right. And even if you look at it in a social media sense, one might be in a situation where somebody might write him and say, I may get in trouble for this, but I'm just going to say this to you anyway. I think you look amazing. I think you da 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 da. If somebody says, I think I may get in trouble with this, there might be a situation that they are in that may drag you along into this trash that they're in it as well. So now one might need to be able to respond with a certain ability. And how should one respond is with a myotic mindset. And how do you get a myotic mindset? Well, for me, the easiest way was just to read. You got to just check out 14 keys. And in the 14 keys, Chief starts to break down different, just the propriety and truth and reciprocity, all of these different things, it just starts to break down. So these doctrines and these principles become alive and inside of you, so you can start to make different situations. Because if you start to be led by your lower nature instead of your higher nature, you're going to find yourself in some unfavorable situations that you don't even need to be in. So now when you're walking out in public, you have somebody significant other looking for you. Somebody, oh, that's so-and-so, that's that B over there. Oh, there go homeboy right there. I'm going to give him everything that I got. Now you're just in situations that you don't need to be in, when if you would have just responded a different way, then you could have avoided these situations altogether. But since you responded in a different way, well, now you're in some kind of situations that may not be favorable for you. So one would definitely, I would say, need to check out the 14 keys, so you can start to just be able to respond with a ma'atic mindset. And if you don't know, then just go, you got to go figure it out. All right. And you can sit there and you can talk about the situations and why you don't have it, or you can tie your shoelaces. You can dig your heels in and say, I'm gonna figure it out. It's easy for you to say I'm a victim, and if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. So let's go get up, get out, get it on. All right. So I will that you got something out of this. I will that you have a wonderful day. Get deeper into this. Again, you can go check out the 14 keys. I'm on Instagram, Zach Latimer, ZACHLATIMER. You can hit me up. Have a wonderful day. Respond with ability. Key operative word being ability. Go get it. Deuces.